Hello and welcome to Dreamscape Marketing's second WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be covering how to use your blog on your WordPress site, and specifically if you're using your WordPress site as a content management system, how to still integrate your blog into the site well. So I've brought up my website here. We're going to be using it as an example. As you can see, I don't have my blog as my homepage. A lot of people who use WordPress for their businesses instead of just for pure blogging will change the homepage to something other than their blog, which is what I did here in my example. You can see I actually changed my blog. It's called Published Works, and if you click on it here, it'll take you to my blog. Here's my blog setting. So just to review how to do that at a high level, in our dashboard here, the first thing you need to do is create a page that will go on your navigation bar. I explained this in our first tutorial about adding pages, but essentially you just go to add new page and make sure the page has no parent, so it just pops up on your navigation bar. After you make the page, all you need to do is write the name. There doesn't have to be any text. Call it whatever you want. I called mine Published Works. Call it something that people would know is your blog. And then scroll down here to your settings and go to your reading settings. And what you need to do is link that page to your post page. So you can see here, here's all my pages, and I have my Published Works page as the page that my blogs now go to. WordPress then automatically takes anything you write as a blog or as a post and puts it on that page in a blog roll in that format you're familiar with. So to talk a little bit more about posts or blogs, I want to discuss categories because it's the way you organize your blog entries. Think of categories basically as topics that you write about. Since this is my personal website, when I do blogging on it, I write about business advice, I write about life lessons, and then I have two subcategories under life lessons for career and personal lessons. So you want categories that are pertinent to what your business does or what you want to write about. So to add a category, it's very simple. All you do is you add the name. I'll call this one a test category, and the slug is what's going to show up as the markhengemi.com/this. So obviously, if my category is named test, I'm going to put my slug as test. It just needs to be a lowercase version of your category name, and if there's more than one word, just put a dash in between it. Now here you could organize your categories. I want this to be a parent category, so I wouldn't put it underneath any of these. So it's its own category. You just go ahead and hit add category, and you'll see it pop up right there. There it is. So now when I write posts, I'll have the option of adding them to this category. So let's get into writing a post. We're going to go here and just do add new post. And this looks just like our screen for adding pages. It's identical actually, with the exception of organizing the post over here, which we'll get into in a moment. So to add a new post, first thing you do is type in your title. I'll call this test post. A real creative post there. And just some text. This is a test post. Please read my blog. There we go. So there's my post. Just add the text. Then we went over, all the basic functionalities of WordPress and the text editing up here, and including some hyperlinks and whatnot. So and adding images. So that's my blog. Now before previewing or publishing your blog, the first thing you'll want to do is make sure you categorize it. So I created test as the category to put this in. So there we go. We'll put it in as test. And also you want to write up some tags about what you're talking about in your blog. Tags essentially are just more specific than the categories. They're related to exactly what you're talking about in your blog. So this blog I'm writing about tests and tutorials, and all you do is put them in there and separate them by commas. If you want to reuse some tags, say you wrote a lot of blogs and you use similar tags in each one instead of typing them, You can click choose from the most used tags. You can see my other tags here. These are what my other blogs are about. None of them would make sense here. So before we publish, we always want to preview and see what it looks like. And you can see our post looks exactly what, look just like we want it. This is my post. Please read my blog. I have a comment. I have a rating system down here. You could just ignore that. That's a plugin. So just close that out. And if everything looks good, we could publish the blog. And you'll see that, it's published. So to view the post, let's go back to the home page and let it refresh. I'll just click on published works here, and there you see our blog. It's right there. It's the newest blog written on 325. You can see my other posts underneath here. And a lot of times I have people ask me, well, how do I only show an excerpt of my blog? I don't want the whole thing. Obviously this blog was very short, but this one below it was very long, and I have a read more feature in here. So I just want to show you quickly how to do that. So we'll just stay in the test post, and since we only have 2 lines of text, I'll add the add more functionality here. So WordPress gives you, you don't have to do any coding here. It's very simple. Right up top, it says insert more. So that's our insert more tag. So that will cut off your post so that when people are reading it, they only get a teaser of the post. And go ahead and hit update. And now we'll see it over here. Let's go ahead. Let's just hit refresh. So there, we only see the first line of text here, not our second line of wonderful text. We have to click read more. This takes us to the post, and that's where we see the please read my blog. I'm sure this was a very disappointed reader. You only got another line. But that's how you add the excerpt functionality to your blog. The last thing I want to discuss is how to make your blog more prominent. Say, people may not necessarily know that published works is my blog, so how will I get them to read my posts? And what you could utilize is this side of your screen. This is my sidebar. Every WordPress page generally has 1 to 2 sidebars, usually one on this side of the page and one on this side. And edit your sidebar, you go into the widget section of WordPress. The widget section is found here in Appearance. You click on Widgets, and WordPress already created a couple of widgets for blogs, for your blogs to pop up. So you can see right now all I have is a plain text bar in my widget. If I want to add my recent posts, they have a recent posts widget. So all you do is grab recent posts. This is in every version of WordPress. Scroll up and just add that right there. Just drag and drop. I'm going to get rid of text. We don't need that there. It'll ask you how many to show. 5 is fine for me. This will be my recent blogs. And hit save. This updates in real time. And then a couple of other functions. I could show all my blog categories. Just drag this over. It'll automatically pop up. Just show it as a drop down and hit save. And then I could also show my tag cloud. Now, those were the tags that I use. But say someone only wants to read about one of my topics. This is a quick way for them to read about them. So I'll put this here as well. Let's see if we can get this to, there we go. Okay, so that's saved. And they are all saved. All you have to do is click save, or sometimes they just automatically save themselves. So if I go back to my home page now, you'll see I added a lot of functionality. So not only do you see my home page, but you also see my posts here. They're all right here. You see all my tags, and then you see my categories in a drop-down menu. So, if you wanted to see my test category, it takes you right there to the one category. If you want to see any tag, see I wrote about entrepreneurs, it's just larger because I've written it more times. There's my 2 categories about entrepreneurs. And say you wanted to read a specific post. Let's go to, starting your own business. There's a post I recently wrote, and there you go. So that's some high-level blogging techniques on WordPress. I hope this helps. Stay tuned. We'll be updating with another tutorial shortly. Thank you.